All right, got my soundboard up. Did y'all see this? I thought, man. So this clip went viral. Now y'all tell me. I think this is in Atlanta, but at the same time I don't, because it looks like that's a flight to Atlanta. You know, down here in Atlanta, we got the biggest, like one of the biggest. You're saying it's frozen? Hold up. Why is it frozen? It was just working. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right, we back. We back. I don't know what happened there. He said, "Oh, you got a serious stroke going on." Okay, but yeah, though. So this clip right here went viral this holiday weekend or week or whatever it was, because the simple fact of the matter is people are getting tired of the LGBTQ community. I'm gonna be honest with you. Here's my stance on it. I don't have a problem with anybody in the LGBTQ community. I believe that you should exist. I believe that you should have every right that I have. I believe that you should be able to go about your day like a regular human being and not have to worry about being ostracized or you know, attacked, treated differently, or whatever the case may be. I firmly believe that. The only thing that separates you and I is what you do in the bedroom or how you present yourself outward. You do what you do, you feel how you feel, and that's the end of the discussion. Except until you make it not the end of the discussion. And what I mean by that is when you decide that you want to enforce your lifestyle on everybody else, and like we're all supposed to comply like good little robots. And so when you do that, these things begin to manifest themselves in videos like this. Okay. This video, Frostman says, glad you are streaming, man. Been down with Divock now one last few days. Yeah, man. It's been a busy week with the holidays and working and all that stuff like that. So before we get into it, I want to get my lights correct. Give me a second. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and do this. But we about to get into it. So don't stress. Don't trip. What you mean operation failed? Okay, there we go. All right. It's a lot better. It's a lot better. You know, I gotta turn my lights on with my phone. Sometimes it'll tell me operation failed. Like, what you mean? Like, do your job. Okay, anyway. So yeah, so when you try to force everyone else to comply with your lifestyle, that's where we have a problem. Okay. And this is how it manifests itself in videos like this. So let's go ahead and play it.
Out when an adult employee misgenders you
I'm so
intentionally.
sorry. While he's talking, you're
Let me
talking.
start from the beginning.
And what about when an adult employee misgenders you
I'm so sorry.
intentionally?
While he's talking, you're talking.
You just misgendered me again.
Okay,
Multiple times.
gotcha.
Both of you have.
Sorry.
Wasn't intentional, but if you want to take it personal, that's also.
Well, she did do it intentionally
Gotcha.
twice.
You're
I did
talking
not
to
do
me
it
too.
intentionally.
You said she and then you said he.
You're being condescending, and if you want to continue, I have Port Authority escort you out the building right this moment. If you
Right
want to
this
play that
moment.
game with me.
Right this moment.
Would you like to continue 3 days before Christmas? I really don't mind.
I really don't mind.
I'll just put this on.
Working it live.
You felt, first of all, we're gonna have to play this a couple times, because this is the look of a man who's not with none of that online bullshit. I ain't with the cancel culture. I ain't with the marching. I don't give a fuck about none. He looked like he don't even know what Twitter is, because he didn't even second guess. And then look at the look that he gave him.
While he's talking, you're talking.
You just misgendered me again.
Okay,
Multiple times.
gotcha.
Both of you have.
Look at that. That was the look. That was the look. Like, you could tell that my boy here wasn't trying to engage with the trans person here, because perhaps maybe he knows, maybe they have training on how to deal with these type of situations. I'm not this type of situation, but how to deal with, you know, or maybe they don't. I don't know. But this look was the look of, I don't give a fuck no more. I was trying to ignore you. I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. I was trying to be civilized about this, but you keep going on and on and on and on. And so he sized him up. I mean, look at his face. Look at his face. This is the face of a man who says, fuck all this woke shit. Fuck all this. You finna get these hands. Keep running your mouth and you finna get these hands.
And what about when an adult employee misgenders you
I'm so sorry.
intentionally?
While he's talking, you're talking.
You just misgendered me again.
Okay,
Multiple times.
gotcha.
Both of you have.
Sorry.
Wasn't intentional, but if you want to take it personal, that's also.
Well, she did do it intentionally twice.
Gotcha.
I
You're
did
talking
not
to
do
me
it
too.
intentionally.
You said she and then you said he.
You're being condescending, and if you want to continue, I have Port Authority escort you out the building right this moment. If
Right
you want
this
to play
moment.
that game with me.
Okay.
Would you like to continue 3 days before Christmas? I really don't mind.
I'm good. I'll just put this on.
I'm good. I would just put this on. Let me tell y'all something. There's a couple of angles of this, because one, I heard this is a trans activist who is friends with Dylan Mulvaney. There you go. I don't know if this can even be shown on YouTube, but who cares? The TikToker who bullied an airline employee for misgendering is radical trans activist Tommy Dorfman, I can't read. He recently had his friend Dylan Mulvaney on his podcast. Guys, what are we doing out here in these streets? What are we doing? This is really how we whatever. But here's an interesting article. This person says in general, Black people are significantly less tolerant of the narcissistic mental illness that is transgenderism. I think the wokesters would say Black people are transphobic, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I just think niggas ain't with that shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think, and this is where I say I gotta go to the white brothers and be like, man, what happened to y'all, man? Y'all done let the white women put y'all down in the dirt and beat y'all senseless, because if Black people can sit up here and look crazy at this shit, y'all can too. I'm telling you, most Black people not going for, of all the people, when you see situations like this is like, think about it. Of all the situations that's caught on camera, remember the it's ma'am guy and I'm telling y'all right now, Black people in general just not going for this shit. I think even the trans people in our community, which we don't have a problem with, they don't do shit like this. You don't see too many Black trans women recording videos trying to get people canceled. You don't see that. Not in their community, because the fuck you gonna do? Well, one, I think part of that comes from the culture of no snitching in our community as well. But you know what I'm saying? I think that could be labeled as no snitching. I think that could be labeled as snitching, and nobody likes snitches. But I think, I don't want to get into the article, but Black Americans are split on trans and non-binary issues, reports find. You know what it means when the mainstream media says split. They mean it's overwhelmingly not where we want it to be. And so we're going to call it like it's split down the middle, but it's really not. But yeah, I just don't think, you can tell this is a dude who he doesn't engage in this quite often. I guarantee you that's not the way that they're trained to deal with it. And I bet that Delta would have preferred that he not done it that way. I don't think he'll be fired, but I think that Delta would have not preferred for him to handle it that way, because it does make him look like he doesn't care. Like, let's keep it a being. Like, if this is somewhere in like California, you misgender somebody in California, I think they can legally hold you accountable in California. So that's why I don't believe this is in California. I want to think that this is in Atlanta, but the sign in the back makes me think that that's a flight to Atlanta. I'm not sure. Y'all let me know. But y'all got to stop this, man. Y'all have got to stop this. Nobody cares about, and then you could feel the activism leave this dude Tommy's body.
While he's talking, you're talking. And if you want to continue, I have Port Authority escort you out the building right this moment if you want to play that game with me.
Okay.
Would you like to continue 3 days before Christmas? I really don't mind.
I'm good. I'll just put this on.
I'm good. I'll just put this on. Let me tell y'all something. Niggas really don't care about none of that. Like, let me tell you something. I think the reason why Democrats go so hard at trying to make sure that Black people remain blue is because I think the thing that they fear the worst is a conservative Black community, because conservative Black people really don't give a fuck. and I'm not saying it like he's conservative. I don't know his political views, but obviously on this view, because I believe if he was more liberal, he would have been a little bit more considerate of, a little bit more apologetic about, misgendering. But I think his view on the whole gender politics thing is probably conservative. And I think even a conservative white male in this situation would have been a little bit more I'll bend the knees. That's just my best guess. I could be wrong. Conservative white men tap in. All right, well, obviously not in places like South Georgia. You can't go down here like in South Georgia, okay, them conservative white men man, please. But I'm talking about the conservative white men that live in like, Buckhead or just Atlanta in general. Like, you can be a conservative white man in Atlanta and still be like not sensitive to liberal views, but you have to coexist with it. So I think white men would be more like, you know what? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to misgender you. Please don't get me canceled. But a conservative nigga is like, man, if you don't get the fuck up out of here. And I think, and let's be fair, I think that has to do with, I think the white man probably views himself as having more to lose by being canceled. But sometimes you have to have, I don't want to say you want to have faith, but you have to believe that America might have the same view as you. This dude does not care about whether America has the same view as him, but he's well aware that he just don't give a fuck. He just is no other way to say it other than he just don't give a fuck. Give me a second. General Vague is in the house. He says, I wish a trans person would walk up to me and pull this nonsense so I could go viral. To be honest, could be fun. I know. I mean, what I say is it's easy. Hold on. Sorry about that. Dropped my controller on the floor, and it's an Elite controller, and the damn button popped out. But yeah, I just think that it's easy to say that, but it might play out differently. But yeah, y'all gotta cut this out. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm all for trans people having their space, but this was most definitely a situation where you thought that pulling out your phone and recording my boy was gonna make him bend the knee. And evidently you were wrong. So as you can see if you go through the comments of Libs of TikTok, you can tell that most of America had his back on this. This person says, true normal black people are intolerant of tomfoolery. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I think there's an internal battle in the black community to where, again, the left is fighting for the hearts and minds of black people, but I think black people know what the fuck going on. And so when the stuff starts going too far to the left, I think even the most liberal black people are like I tell you what, on the Whatever podcast, you get a lot, they have a lot of Asians, white, Hispanic girls that come on the Whatever podcast, and they're all like, oh, I'm all for, trans women, they are women and shit like that. But if you get black women on that podcast and ask them that shit, I believe an overwhelming majority of black women would be like, I don't know, especially now considering like black women are at war with trans women about that very subject right now, because black trans women are pretty much saying, we are women too. And black women is like, no, the motherfucker, you're not. No, you're not. And so there's like a war. And black men are not getting involved because they're like, you made your bed. Like, this is the world you helped create. So lay in the bed you made. Let's see. Frostfane says, despite blacks voting blue, they have stronger socially conservative leanings. I don't have enough complete information to say that. I want to disagree with you, but then at the same time, I don't. I think my experience and my information is a little bit too incomplete to even like give an opinion on that. Give me a second.
Let's go. Beat that thing down like you started attention, my baby. You had some plans with your man, just tell him to cancel, my baby. Slide to the crib like Dracula's mansion, my baby. When you pull up, it's on action, my baby.